Okay, hi guys, welcome today to class, and hi to Javiera, you are online with us today.
Hi, teacher.
I think you are muted, I can't hear you.
Hi.
Yes, hi Javiera. I hope you are staying warm because it's a little bit cold now. So the weather is getting colder, but that's okay because we are still learning English together and you're in class, which is good. So what are we learning today? Today we're going to be looking at something called a questionnaire. Now, when you go, maybe you go to visit a hotel or stay at a hotel, or you go to a restaurant, or you go have an experience. Maybe you're buying something and you want to tell other people what your experience is like. You have to fill in a questionnaire, which is just questions, and so that the person can know your experience and they can make changes, they can advertise what is good about what you said. So we always have to do a questionnaire so that we can give the business an idea of what we think about their hotel, their restaurant, their place, whatever it is. Okay, so questionnaires are really important. Now we have questionnaires online. So you might be doing a lot of questionnaires on social media, but that's what we're looking at. So if we imagine, so say that we are, we're going to a hotel. Okay, so we stayed in a hotel. Now, if you are in a hotel, before we do a questionnaire, let's think about what is the most important thing for us when we want to go to a hotel, and what is the least important thing. So this is my answer. So you can see we've got a good restaurant in the hotel, good public transport so that we could, arrive at the hotel, and maybe from the hotel we want to go into the city. Clean and comfortable rooms. Really important. You want your room to be nice, clean, fresh sheets, fresh towels. Internet facilities. So you need to have Wi-Fi. Maybe some people, that's really important for them. Friendly staff. So if you need to ask a question at the reception, you want the person to be nice and respond to you nicely. Maybe you like that there is a gym and a swimming pool. Maybe car parking. Okay, so maybe you are traveling by car and you need to park your car at the hotel. Maybe it's really important that the hotel has a good location. It's in the city or it's by the beach, because when you're visiting a country, you don't want to be too far away from the touristic places. So you want your hotel to be a good location. Okay, so just put the number 1, which is most important to you. And then number 2, what is next important to you? Number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for me, my important one was that the room is clean and comfortable. That's very, very important for me. Number 1, because then I'll be very uncomfortable. Okay, so if the room looks clean, okay, and it's, a nice layout, it's got maybe a window with a nice view, it's comfortable. The room is comfortable. So you put a number 1, what is important for you. For me, it's a good location because, as I said, when I'm staying in a place, I want to be able to be close to the touristic places, so I'm not traveling very far. Because when you're on holidays, you don't have time and you don't want to spend money catching a taxi and long bus, so I want to make sure that the location is good. For me, number 3 is friendly staff. Okay, if I want to ask a question, if I need some help, I want to make sure the people that work in the hotel, they're very nice. I can ask them a question, they can help me. Maybe I need to ask them, how can I go to this location? Or number 4, a restaurant. Sometimes I eat outside the hotel, but sometimes it's nice to wake up in the hotel and have breakfast there. And then you can start your day going out. Okay, so just put 1 to 8 for your answers. Okay, so Eloise, what was your number 1? Okay, good, the same. So clean and comfortable rooms. Yep. And Henry, what is most important to you when you go to a hotel? And Javiera, what is your number 1? So which one is most important to you? No, 1. So which one is most important? A good restaurant, public transport, clean rooms, internet, Wi-Fi? Okay, so put, yeah, good location. Okay, good, yeah. For me, yeah, because it's important. You want the hotel to be in a nice area, maybe in the city, maybe by the beach. And Javiera, what is your number 1?
In my opinion, the number 1 is clean and comfortable room too.
Yes. Okay, so a lot of people. Yes?
It's important rest. Good.
Yes. Yeah, so same. I agree with that one as well. Okay, good. So you put your numbers. Now, let's look at a questionnaire. So we've got a questionnaire, number 3. And as I said, a questionnaire is important because we need to make sure that the business cares about what their customers think. So if the business, maybe it's a hotel, maybe it's a restaurant, maybe it's, a place where they offer activities, or they need to make sure that they care about their customers. So they need to ask the customers questions. Okay. And if you do that, then you'll know where to improve in your business. Okay. They'll know so that they can make changes. So maybe they can get feedback. Feedback means I can ask you, what do you think about the hotel? Was it good? Was it clean? And the customer can respond and give me an idea where I need to change in my hotel to make my hotel better. Okay, so that's why questionnaires are really important. So questionnaires. Now, you also hear it as a survey. Okay, so if you've seen these words, that's what it means. It just means that these are questions from a business that they want to ask you to find out information so they can make changes, they can get your feedback, they can improve. Okay, so they can improve. They can improve their service. Okay, so they can improve their service. So let's have a look at, we've got a question here. Which part of the hotel does it ask about? So the introduction to this questionnaire, it says, thank you for visiting our hotel. Okay, or thank you for visiting the hotel. Please answer the questions below. Your answer and suggestions are very important for us. The first question they ask is, what was the reason for your visit? Okay, so it asks about the reason for their visit. How was your room? Okay, so it asks about the rooms. Was it comfortable? Was it not very comfortable? How friendly and helpful were the staff? Okay, so it asking them about the staff, the people that work at the hotel. How did you use the fitness gym? So it wants to know if you use the fitness gym, because not everybody uses the gym. I don't use the gym. I don't think, maybe one time in my life I went to the gym in the hotel, but not really. You're on a holiday. you want to relax. You don't, some people, if they're staying, yeah, they need to exercise every day. But I do use the swimming pool if they have one.
Hotel, I don't use it.
Maybe because not clean, you think?
No, because I have hotel for me in the
Yes.
holiday.
Yes.
Only
Relax, sleeping, exactly. Because you want to be out, you want to be exploring, seeing the city. Yeah. Actually, that's true because a lot of the time you don't spend very much time in the hotel. So that's why it's good to get a nice, cheap, comfortable, clean hotel. Yeah, in a good location. And they have one question: did you eat in the hotel restaurant? So they're asking about the restaurant. Okay, so you could see that this questionnaire from the hotel wants to know, what did you think of the rooms? Did you think the staff were good? Did you use the gym? Did you like the restaurant? They want to know your idea so they can make changes. Would you ask any questions? Maybe another question could be, did you enjoy the view from your room? Or did you choose to have a city view or a park view? Sometimes there's always those two options. So that's another good question we can add to the questionnaire. Did you enjoy the view from your room? Sometimes some hotel rooms only have the view of like another building. There's no view. Was your stay quiet? That's really important. You don't want to be staying in a hotel and there's a lot of noise from other people. So they want to make sure that everybody is keeping quiet. So they want to ask you, was your stay quiet? Okay, was your room nice and quiet?
Was your stay sometimes
Yeah.
stay in the hotel if the receptionist they train the room
Yes.
the morning
Yes.
do the time go today
Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes you can put a thing on your door to say, do not disturb, because sometimes you want to sleep in. You don't want the room service to disturb you. Yes. And sometimes when you're sleeping, you're right, you can hear the cleaning, in the other room. Did you like the decoration of your hotel, of the hotel or of your room? That's a good question. That's what a hotel can ask, another question. Maybe they can say, was the location of the hotel near touristic places? Okay, so the hotel wants to know, did we have a good location? Did you enjoy our location? Another good question is, did you stay, were you here on business or a holiday? Okay, so some hotels, maybe they want to know who their customers are. Are their customers mostly business people that, come into the country because maybe they need to stay to make a presentation, a speech, or, is it just the holiday people? So that's a good question. Were you here on business or a holiday? Okay, so really important. The reason we looked at those questions is because we have these things called closed and open questions. So what does it mean? A closed and open questions. So a closed question means when the answer is yes or no. So for example, did you like the food in the restaurant? Yes or no? Another closed question could be, did the tour guide answer all your questions? So a closed question, the only response is a yes or no. But an open question, it means that you can give more of an answer, not just yes or no. For example, how was your bus tour? Now, how was means that you need to tell me, was it good? Was it bad? Was it really disappointing? Was it great? Was it really interesting? The bus driver was nice. So an open question allows you to give an answer more than just yes or no. Were all our staff polite and helpful? Is that an open or closed question? Were all our staff polite and helpful? It's a closed question because all you can say is yes or no. So closed question. Were all our staff polite and helpful? So were all our staff polite and helpful? So this question is a closed question. So it means you're going to say yes. Okay, the response, you would say yes, or you would tick no. Okay, it's closed. You only have yes or no answer. Now, the next one, we're on number 4. Did you book your holiday online? Is that a closed or open question? Did you book your holiday online? Is that a closed or open question? It's a closed because the response can only be, again, yes or no. Did. So you can see that when you have questions with did, that comes from the verb do, then it's a yes or no question. Or if you have the verb was or were from the verb to be, these ones are yes or no responses. You just say yes or no. Did you book your hotel online? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Okay, if we had a question, how easy was our website to use? Do you think that's an open or a closed question? It's an open. Okay, why? Because I can answer so many things. I can say it was easy. I found the website good, you know, and I found the booking, you know, the booking was convenient. It was quick. Okay, so it's an open question because I can give more response, not yes or no, but I can talk and talk and talk and give an answer. Or maybe how easy was our website? You could give a negative response. It was very bad. It was very bad. The page didn't load. I lost my page. I couldn't find, you know, so you can give lots of answers with an open. If I have, did you use the swimming pool? Okay, and Jim, is that an open or closed question? So did, it's a closed question. That means that the response is just yes or no. Okay, so I can't really give more answer. It's just, yes, I use the swimming pool. Eloise said, no, I don't use the swimming pool. It's a closed question. Would you recommend this holiday to a friend? So would you recommend this holiday to your friends? Is that an open or a closed question? It's closed because the answer is just yes or no. So yes, I'm going to tell my friends to come here. No, I had a very bad experience. I'm not going to tell my friends to come here. So this is a closed question because the response is only yes or no. What other suggestions can you make so we can improve our service? Is that a closed or open question? So what other suggestions. So if you remember the last lessons, we looked at suggesting. Suggestion is when we give our idea of what we think. We want to tell someone what we think is good. So what other suggestions can you make? Now, is that an open or a closed question? Open, exactly, because you could give an answer, lots of different answers. It's open. Okay, so we looked at closed and open questions. Remember, it's the way that you make a question. If you write a question with the verb to be or with did or, would you, then it's a yes or no response. That's a closed question. You're only going to get a yes or no answer. But an open question, it lets you give lots of detail. How easy was our website? It was very easy, very convenient. I liked the layout. I didn't like it. It wasn't bad. It was bad. So you can talk lots. You can give more responses. Okay, so that's what we call closed and open questions. And any business will use both of these. It's really good when you want to make a survey, when you want to ask people what they think of your business, what they think of your product, what they think of something that you're selling, then you should use both open and closed question. Okay, because it lets you have lots of questions so that you could know what your customer thinks. Not just yes or no, but more answers. They can give you more responses. So let's have a look. We're going to imagine that we're going to write a questionnaire ourselves. But just before we write a questionnaire, this is like an example, okay, of a question. So you could see it's a question. Did you feel safe? Very safe, safe, kind of safe, not safe. So I like this one because we can see that they use, that's okay, stars, tick, emojis. Okay, so you can have a question and you can put an image with the question. It makes it more fun, and I can quickly circle what I felt. So did you feel safe? Which of the following issues influenced your answer? So again, you can have questions like this, and you can just tick which answer is for you. So this is another type of questionnaire. How satisfied are you with the content of our blog? So I love how there's hearts, and you can tick 3. So 1 means you're not happy, and 5 is you're very happy. So you can color in how many hearts you want. Okay, so you don't just put words with yes or no. You can put images like hearts. This one has emojis. How would you rate your happiness, your satisfaction with our service? You're very upset, not really happy, not really sad, and then you're very happy. So you can use emojis. It makes your survey, your questions look more fun. Again, you've got stars. How satisfied are you with our product? You could use like thumbs up. Okay, so let's have a look at a questionnaire. We're just going to imagine that we have a questionnaire for an airport. Okay, so remember, a questionnaire, we're finding out what the customer thinks of the business, of the product, whatever it is. So this is for an airport. We're going to imagine it's the Adelaide airport. So a question that we can ask is, how easy was it to find your boarding gate? That's an open question, because everybody can write their own answer. Everybody has a different experience. So that's a good question for an airport questionnaire. Did your flight depart on time? That means, did your plane leave exactly on the time that it is meant to leave? That's a closed question. It's a good question, but it's closed because it means that the answer is only yes or no. Okay, so your customer can only tick one answer, yes or no. How was your flight? That's an open question, okay? Because people can give different responses. My flight was great. It was my seat was very comfortable. The flight attendant was very kind. Or they can give a negative response. The flight was very bad. It was delayed. We then had to, there was a screaming child next to me. Another question, how friendly was the flight attendants? Or it should be plural, how friendly were the flight attendances? That's an open question because every customer is going to respond differently and they're going to give more than a yes or no response. They can say they were very friendly. They helped me to find my seat. They gave me a blanket. When I asked for something, they were, okay. Did you have any food or items confiscated? That means taken away. So did the airport take away something in your luggage, food or any items? That's an open question because it means the customer is going to give you details. Sorry, it's a closed question because it's going to be, did you have any yes or no? Sorry, that's a closed question. Did you have any issues with your luggage arriving? So that means like, did the airport lose your luggage or did it arrive? That is also a closed question because you're just going to say yes or no. Okay, like, did you lose your luggage? That's another good question, actually. Did the airline lose your luggage? It is a closed question. So yes or no. So you can see that when we have a questionnaire, we must use both open and closed questions. Okay, it would not be a good question if we just asked open questions or if we just asked closed questions. So always mix up your questions. So we're imagining that this was a questionnaire, remember, a survey questions to ask the passengers about the airport. So we can imagine a name, we put the name of the airport, and these are questions. And remember, we don't just put the sentences in English just like this. We're going to make it fun. You know, you can make your responses like this, okay, or like this. So it can be a fun. See how it's like colorful. There's not just, you know, writing, but there's images, there's emojis. Okay, let's look at another one for a restaurant. So how did you hear about our restaurant? That's an open question because everybody's going to say, my friend told me about it. I saw it on social media. I saw your ad. I saw something on the TV. Was there parking near the restaurant? That's a closed because only yes or no. How was the speed of the service? Was there a delay in your order? Did your food or drink arrive on time? So they're all the same questions. But one of them, how was the speed of your service, is an open question. And was there a delay in your order? Did the food arrive on time? Is a closed question because it's only a yes or no response. What did you think of the special dish on the menu? Is that an open or closed question? Open, because everybody's going to give an answer more than yes or no. What did you think of the special dish? I thought it was great. I liked the fish option. I liked the price on the special dish. What did you like best about our menu? And what didn't you like best? So the restaurant wants to know if you enjoyed the meal, the menu. So what did you like about it and what didn't you like about it? This is an open question, okay? Because it's not just a yes or no answer. Everybody's going to respond with more. So now you are going to create an online survey, an online questionnaire. So remember, make it fun, add some emojis. Imagine whatever business you want it to be. You could be a restaurant. You could be a place that sells electrical items. You could be a place that sells handmade stuff. Maybe you sell clothing. Okay, so imagine that you have a business and you are going to create questions to ask your customers. Make sure you use both open and closed questions. And also have at least about 10 questions, minimum 10 questions. Okay, so I just wanted to show you an example of a survey that we can create. So this one is from Gustavo, and he imagined that he was creating a fruit and vegetable shop. So he wanted to ask his customers what was their experience. So it needs a bit of color, but you can see that he has here El Mango Fruit Shop. And he says, we want to improve our service to you. How would you rate the quality of the fruit you purchased? So you can see he's got some emojis, not happy to not happy. Would you like to suggest any other fruit that we don't have? That's a great question. That's an open question. Did the store staff provide you with helpful information about the fruit? Yes or no? Closed question. So that was just an example of a question. How about some responses? So if you want to write, you could say something like, I got shown all the rooms and the facilities. That was great. This hotel was rated the best in TripAdvisor. My stay there was free because of the internship. I stayed there for 2 nights during the Christmas season. It was a part of my flight cost. They had a buffet for all you can eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My last experience was in a hotel in front of the beach in San Andres Island. The people were very noisy in the hotel room. They drank and played music all night. So I left the hotel and went to stay at home of some native people. I prefer to stay somewhere nice and quiet. So you could see that when you respond in an open question, you can talk about your experience. Okay, so that's what we have for the questionnaire. Again, you know, you're creating a question that you want to know from your customers about their experience. It could be called a questionnaire or a survey. And, you know, you can, as I said, you can create it with emojis, stars, you know, thumbs up, hearts, really asking about your customer, making sure that they did have a great experience. So that's what we have as a questionnaire. We're always going to be doing one ourselves because we're going to places. We want to give our experience. We want to let other people know about our experience. And it's the same as doing a Google review. So if you go to the business, you can just put up a Google review. That's you giving your opinion, your experience. So that's also a way of showing, you know, whether you support the business or if you don't support the business and you want to let other people know to be careful or, you know, why you were not happy. Okay, so that's questionnaires and survey.